Hello everyone, my name is drgdsharma and you are watching English, and in this video we are going to explain some of the important songs in the plays of William Shakespeare. We'll also discuss some of the important points and facts related to these songs and the background of these songs. This is the second part of the explanation of important songs of William Shakespeare. So let's start the video. The first song of this part is When Daisies Pied and Violets Blew. The song is taken from Love's Labour's Lost. The song is also known as a poem Spring. So it was published as Spring Even. And as the title suggests, the poem is about the detailed description of the spring in general and its scenic beauty. And basically the poem is about the wives cheating on their husbands during springtime. So in a very ironic way, the poem tells that on the one hand the spring season is full of beauty, on the other hand it has ill effect on the families of the people. So it tells about how wives they cheated on their husbands while they were busy in the appreciation of the scenic beauty of spring. Daisies pied refers to the place that is filled with daisies of different colors. So it is about the place where many daisies, several daisies, they bloomed in different colors, and the violets flowers as well, they bloomed in the charming or sparkling blue color. So on the one hand it is a rich description of natural spring season. On the other hand, the cuckoo that sings in the song seems to be mocking at the married men because they are busy in the aesthetic pleasure of the nature while their wives they are cheating on them. So the word cuckoo resembles cuckold. Cuckold is a kind of person who has been betrayed by his own wife. So while the married men they find solace in the beauty of the nature, their own wives, their women, they turn unfaithful to them. So cuckoo seems to be mocking at these people. It runs like, when daisies pied and the violets blew, and lady smokes all silver white, and cuckoo birds of the yellow hue do paint the meadows with delight. The cuckoo then on every tree mocks married men, for thus sings he cuckoo. So this word cuckoo seems to be resembling cuckold. It gives the impression that they are being called cuckooled. Lady smokes also refer to certain kind of flowers. So there are daisies, there are violets, there are lady smokes. So in a various colors these flowers they bloom, and the surrounding is rich with the beauty of these flowers. They seem to be painting the meadows with delight. The entire surrounding is filled with pleasure with the colors, different hues, and the pleasure it imparts to the surrounding. So it is a very treat to watch. Meanwhile, let me tell you that Team NTA UGC NET of Unacademy has brought to you the Revisathon for all the MH set aspirants. This is a one-stop revision and practical camp conducted by India's top NTA UGC NET faculties, toppers and mentors. These experienced individuals will help you prepare for the upcoming MH set December 2020. And in this journey, you will have 150 plus hours of live classes in a duration of 15 days. These classes will feature top educators and teachers who will offer guidance and lead you through the best practice strategies and the most important topics. This revision series has already started on 1st of December and it will be continued for 15 days. It also has price hike alert. So if you start early, you can get the best price at the discounted rate even. So start your NTA UGC NET preparation early and beat the price hike. Share the link, choose your special classes, set reminders and crack exam. You can enroll yourself by clicking the link that is given in the description box below. So there are different kinds of flowers. They enrich the beauty of the nature, particularly in this time of spring season. And at the same time, the cuckoo then on every tree mocks married men, and thus sings he, cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo. So the cuckoo seems to be reminding or mocking all the people, all the men who find solace here. They feel pleased with the aesthetic sense they get hair in this springtime season. They relish the beauty of the nature, but the cuckoo seems to be reminding them or mocking them that their wives they are cheating on them. Their wives are turning unfaithful to them. A word of fair, unpleasing to the married ear. So this word cuckoo, as I've told before, that cuckoo resembles the word cuckold. So cuckoo merely does not sing. It seems to be suggesting that all these men they are cuckold, and it is a word of fear. They need to have some kind of apprehension. They need to have certain kind of fear because their family is on the verge of breaking, and as such these words are unpleasing to the married men, to the ears of married men. When shepherds pipe on autumn straws, and merry larks are plowmen's clock, when turtles tread and rooks and daws, and maidens bleach their summer smoke. Cuckoo then on every tree mocks married men, for thus sings he. Cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo. Shepherds pipe, the musical instrument that is being blown by the shepherds. Oaten straws, the pipe is made of oat stem. The oat, a kind of wooden pipe that is made of straws, stems of oat, the tree oat. So shepherd's musical instrument is made of wooden stems. Larks, they are small kind of birds, and they are plowman's clock, means they alert all the farmers to wake up. When birds they chirp, it is an indication for the farmers to rise and to go to their fields and work there. So there are many kinds of indications for the people to come to their farms and get busy in their daily chores. The beauty of the nature is enriched by the daily activities as well. When the shepherd they come to the meadows with their sheep, and then they seem to be playing with musical instrument that is made of oat stem, and at the same time the birds, the larks, they are also chirping, and they are giving the indication to the farmers to rise up and then come to the farms. And at the same time when turtles trade, the frogs they seem to be treading, and rooks and daws. So there are also some kind of reptiles and birds which enrich this season by their sounds, just like the turtle tread by the treading sound, and the rook is a kind of crow, so it makes the sound, and the daw is also jackdaw, just like it, they also make sound. So various sounds are there: the merry larks, the sound of lark, the sound of shepherd's pipe, the sound of turtle's tread, the sound of rooks and daws. So they enrich the atmosphere of this spring season. And while on the other hand, at the houses of these men who are appreciating the beauty of nature and who are relishing this beauty of nature in the springtime, their maidens, their wives, they are bleaching their overcoats or summer smocks. Smock is a kind of overgarment that is worn by them. That is a loose fitting garment. So they are bleaching them. And then the cuckoo then on every tree mocks married men, for thus sings he, cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo. So cuckoo seems to be mocking these men who have been relishing the beauty of this nature. Okay, you are busy here with the nature, like you are busy. They seem to be saying to these men that they are enjoying themselves in the company of various animals and birds here in this springtime. But unfortunately, their wives at home they are cheating on them. Next song is Where the Bee Sucks, There Suck I, and it is taken from The Tempest. And this has been sung by Ariel. It was sung in Act 5, Scene 1. So in Act 5th, Scene 1, this was sung by Ariel to Prospero. Ariel is diverting or entertaining Prospero while Prospero was dressing himself. So in one way, Ariel was entertaining as well as helping Prospero to dress. So there he sings, Where the bee sucks, there suck I, in a cowslip's bell I lie. There I couch when owls do cry, on bat's back do I fly. After summer merrily, merrily, merrily shall I live now, under the blossom that hangs on the bough. Cowslip refers to any kind of plant or marsh marigold or a plant with the fragrant yellow flowers. So Ariel suggests that his existence corresponds to the existence of nature. Ariel's existence is in direct contact with the existence of natural animals or insects or birds or other natural beings. So he says, where bee sucks, there sucks I. Just like the bee, they get their honey, they get their food by the flowers, by sucking the flowers. So Ariel also does the same in order to sustain himself. So in one way, Ariel has the sweetness of the flowers. And like the flowers which find their abode in the belly of the flowers. So Ariel says that he also resides there. His place, his dwelling place, is also there in the belly of the flowers which are full of fragrance. So, in that way, he has the fragrance. Earlier, he says that he has the sweetness of the honey, and then he says that he has the fragrance of the flowers, the yellow flowers. There I couch when owls do cry. Couch means to express in words. So Ariel says that his expression is just like the expression of owls. So his expression is like that of owls. And on the bat's back do I fly. And Ariel's movement is also typical just like the bats. So Ariel can also fly upside down just like bats. So he can find himself everywhere. He can connect himself with everything in the existence of nature, with everything that exists in nature. So he is always in a happy company or a happy mood because he is in direct relation to the natural objects, natural beings. And he keeps on singing, merrily, merrily shall I live now, under the blossom that hangs on the bough. So in the same way, the same happiness will continue to blossom with the blossoms of many flowers on the boughs. So as long as there are branches on the trees and flowers on the branches and fragrance in the flowers and the sweetness in those flowers, and then it sustains the life of many creatures, many natural beings, so long the life and the existence of Ariel will be continued. This is what he tries to say to Prospero through this song. Next important song is O Mistress Wine. This has been sung by Feste in The Tempest, the 12th night. So 12th night, just like As You Like It, is full of many beautiful flowers, particularly sung by this character Feste. The song is based on the philosophy of Carpe Diem, that is to say, seize the day to live in the present. To live the present, to enjoy the present without worrying about the future and without regretting the past. Here, a lover is trying to say to his beloved that she need not worry about the future and about the betrayal that she has suffered. Rather, she should enjoy the present and she should find true love in this present lover. So, here, a lover is trying to persuade his mistress that she should stop waiting for the right man to come, as the mistress is in search of some befitting or the right person to come and marry. So he says that there is no ideal person in this world. Rather, she should find the better or the best quality in this present lover. And as such, she should live the present moment. She should find the true love in this person only, in this lover only. The song was sung by Feste in Act 2, Scene 3rd. And as this lover tries to persuade this beloved, persuade this mistress, he is hopeful that someday this mistress will truly love him. Focusing on these elements, he tries to persuade. Like, oh mistress mine, where are you roaming? Oh, stay and hear your true love's coming. So, in these lines, he tries to suggest to his mistress that she should stop roaming to and fro in the search of a true love or the ideal love. That why is she roaming here and there? She need to stay and hear what he is trying to say, that her true love is coming. True love will be in the form of this present suitor that can sing both high and low. And this present suitor can sing in any kind of melody. So he can go to the high pitch just like the opera singer, and he can go down to the low pitch and the melodious tune. So he can reflect all the qualities which are needed by a beloved. This present suitor can entertain her to the fullest. she can find the true love or the truthfulness in this present suitor. He further says that trip no further pretty sweating, journeys and lovers meeting. So she should not worry about herself or she should not struggle further. Sweating means why she is trying to do hard work in order to find the true love. There is no point in this because all these journeys end in lovers meeting. Wherever lovers meet, this is the end of the search even. The only object of the beloved is to find a true love. And he says that he is a true love. So why is she just going towards other places or some vague places or with a vague hope of finding the true love? She should see rather the truthfulness of love in this present suitor, rather finding a true love. He says, every wise man's son doth know. Everybody knows that the ideal image is that there is no ideal image. The people have to find the truthfulness and the best in the present people rather than finding the best man. And this is a universal truth as well, that these kind of people don't exist. He further says, what is love? It is not hereafter. Present mirth has present laughter. He says that what is love? It is not hereafter. The true love and the only love is wherever you find in the present moment. What is found in the present moment is the true love or the love of any kind. It cannot be found afterwards because present mirth has present laughter. If she wants to enjoy true love, so it can be found only in the present moment. Enjoyment of the present moment is worth all the strife and struggle. So instead of roaming to and fro finding the true love and struggling hard to find the true love, she should enjoy the present moment. This present suitor can be the ideal image she is trying to find. What is to come is still unsure because no one can be so sure what is going to happen next. If she is passing her time or wasting her time particularly to find the true love, what is the guarantee that the person she is trying to find will turn out to be true love? There is no guarantee at all. Because true love or the ideal love, these kind of expressions don't exist and these kind of people don't exist at all, which this suitor is trying to say to his beloved. In delay there lies no plenty. He further tries to say that if she tries to delay further, she will not get anything worth compensation. So there won't be any compensation of her delay, of her wait. So from the point of view of this lover, the proverbs which says that sabr ka phal meetha hota hai will not come to true. He says that whatever or however long she waits, this will be a futile. And if she is able to find some kind of love, she will not be able to enjoy it as such because the time will not come back. There is always a time for love. There is always a time for executing various responsibilities in life. So we have been given separate times to enjoy separate moments, which this lover is trying to say. The time spent in futile search will not come back. So then come and kiss me sweet and 20. So finally he proposes this lady to come and kiss him. She should enjoy that bliss. She should enjoy that sense of romance in kissing him again and again. So perhaps in kissing this person, she should find the meaning of the true love or the pleasure of the true love. Youth's stuff will not endure. Very remarkably or very universally he says that youth once gone will not come again back. Youth's stuff is not an everlasting stuff and it will not endure the vagaries of time. With the passage of time, the charm of youth and the pleasure of youth decreases gradually. So the prime, the passion that we have in our youth will not be the same after passing that prime time. Journeys and in lovers meeting, every wise man's son doth know. So he is trying to say in the end that lovers get the best of their journey in their meeting only. And this is what every wise person, every sensible person knows. The sensible person, the wise man, the wise people, they utilize the best of their time, the present of their time, rather than wasting their energy and prime and youth in finding the senseless true love. There is no such kind of thing like true love, according to this person. Next song is When That I Was a Tiny Little Boy. This is also from the comedy The 12th Night and it occurred in Act 5th, Scene first. Rather, it concludes the play. This song concludes the play. The play ends with this song, and it was sung by Feste. The special thing about this song is that the actor Robert Armin, who played the part of Feste in the performance of this play, The Twelfth Night, he is supposed to have composed this song. So he claimed that he had composed this song. The authorship of this song is disputable, though it is associated or attributed to Shakespeare, but this actor perhaps, Robert Arming, is also supposed or believed to have written this song. He was an actor and clown, and then he was famous for his part of Feste. This song is a kind of version of All the World Is Stage, the song that we find in As You Like It. So here he says, when I was a little tiny boy, with hey ho, the wind and the rain. The wind and the rain, they are symbols of hardship of life. So he says that from the time he was a child, and with the vagaries of nature, with the vagaries of life, the hardships of the life, with hey ho, the wind and the rain. So he had everything. He had the wild pleasures like hey ho, and he had the struggles and the hardships of life as well, the wind and the rain. A foolish thing was but a toy. So everything for him was just like a toy. For a child, he is not sensible enough to understand or distinguish between what is good and what is bad, and what is pleasure giving and what is sorrow giving. He does not bother about all these things. For him, everything is toy. For the rain, it raineth every day. So for him, if something was bad, he felt that this was the continuous process. But when I came to a man's estate, so childhood is a very innocent phase of life when we are not concerned about the hardships of life, though we have to endure, we have to come across, but we are not concerned that much. We merely think that it is also a kind of play, it's also a kind of toy that pleases, or if we don't get it, then we have to simply cry. But he says, when I came to a man's estate, so when he became a man, with the hey and ho, the wind and the rain, passing and going through all the hardships of life and pleasures of life, crossing all this happiness and sorrow, rain and sunshine, he found his time or passed his time against knaves and thieves, men shut their gates. So he comes across many kind of pleasing and displeasing experiences. He comes across many kind of tricksters, thieves, cunning people, innocent people, and he got to know that these people ultimately they shut their gate when they find something in need. So he got this kind of experience. Life taught him many kind of lessons. One of the lessons was that when you are in trouble, hardly any person comes to your rescue. So for the rain, it raineth every day. So it is just like happiness is an occasional episode in the general drama of pain. So when he became a youthful person, he got to experience that life has more sorrow than happiness. But when I came, alas, to vibe with the hey and ho, the wind and the rain, by swagger could I never thrive. And then he talks about the time when he came to vibe. Vibe means to marry. So after passing that time of youthful, he also fell on the responsibilities of life. So he had to marry, he had to make choices of a married life. And this also came to him with pleasure and sorrow in some or other way. Because the hardships of life could not leave him at all. Even though he married, but his complications of life could not end. Marrying did not mean that all his problems had been solved. And again he says, but when I came upon my beds, with hey, ho, the wind and the rain, with tossed pots still had drunken heads, for the rain it raineth every day. And then he says that when he come to my beds means when he came to his aged position, he became old, and as such, the vagaries of old age also encircled him. The weakness of old age, the palsy. So, with the pleasure and sorrow, he passed this time as well, with the hey and ho, the wind and the rain. And then he also had the company of tosspots. Tosspots refer to foolish person or drunkard person. So he had many drunken people with drunken heads. Drunken heads means all the stupidity in their mind. And this time also passed with the continuing rain. A great while ago the world began with hey ho, the wind and the rain. And he started realizing that how soon his life is coming to an end. How with the blink of the eye the time flew, slipped from his hand. How soon from childhood to the maturehood he has come to this old age. But that is all one our play is done. Ultimately his play, his role is coming to an end. The world was just like a stage and then he played various roles, and after playing those roles, sometimes successfully, other times unsuccessfully, sometimes with pleasure, with rewards, other times with rebukes and condemnation. So ultimately, he has crossed his life and he says that we'll strive to please you every day. Next song is Sigh No More, Ladies, Sigh No More. It was from Much Ado About Nothing and it occurred in Act 2nd, Scene 3rd. The song was sung by the character Balthazar, and addressed to the villainous character Don Pedro. Don Pedro was the main culprit for manipulation of the lives with the girls in the play. So the song is a kind of consolation to all the girls who have been hunted by the man for cheating. This song tells the human tendency, or particularly the tendency of men to hunt ladies and ultimately betray them. Through this song, the singer tries to console, give solace to all these ladies who have been betrayed by the charms of men. It is addressed to this character because he was responsible for this kind of trickery in the play. So through this song, the speaker wants to throw some light on men's nature for their indiscretions. And at the same time, this song encourages girls or ladies to avoid depression and as such carry on with their lives in the positive and happy frame of mind. So he says, sigh no more, ladies, sigh no more. It is no more befitting or suitable to cry or to lament over the betrayal they have come across. Actually, this is the tendency of men to deceive. Men were deceivers ever. He tells that it is universally acknowledged that men have been deceivers. Men will be men. Men will be men. This phrase comes true here as well. So he says men have been always deceivers. So why to expect fidelity? Why to expect faithfulness? Why to expect certain kind of discretions on the part of men? They have always been men. This is their special attribute. One food in sea and other on the shore. Never satisfied with one thing they have had. So they are neither satisfied with the shore, the pleasure of shore, the sea beach, nor they are satisfied remaining in the sea even. So they want to enjoy both the two facets. To one thing constant, never. And sometimes they don't know what they are trying to achieve or trying to find ultimately. Their nature has been always the same. So if they come across many ladies at the same time, they want to hunt, they want to love them, and as such they feel fed up with all these ladies and then try to move ahead, taking this attribute as their inbuilt or instinctive attribute. The ladies should not feel betrayed, they should not feel deceived. So he says, then sigh not so, but let them go. Let these men go to their own hunt. Their nature has been always so, so they will follow their own nature. Men will be men. The other title of this song can be Men Will Be Men. And be you blithe and bonny, converting all your sounds of woe into hey nonny nonny. So he says that these ladies should wipe their tears and the mourning sound should be converted to the sound of blithe, merrymaking. They should also have the fun in their life. Why to lament over what is their instinctive habit? The ladies should not lament over this fact. So they should also enjoy themselves, forgetting about the deception they have met. So he instructs them, he directs them not to sing more ditties. Ditties means a kind of ballad or song, sad song. So they should not merely sing sad songs. Sad songs sing no more of dumps. Dumps means betrayal in a dull manner or in a heavy heart, with heavy heart. So they should not express their pangs of their heart, the deception of their soul. They should not feel so much deceived. What has been fated should not be regretted. So it is a tendency of man to deceive, so let them do. The fraud of man was ever so, since summer first was leafy. So ever since they have come to this realization of their existence in this world, they have been so. So the fraud means the cheating nature of man has been as old age. It has been from the very beginning of the existence, since summer first was leafy. So he tries to say that when romantic phase of life of a man starts, he has the tendency to fraud. He is not satisfied ever, and in this way he may deceive some of the ladies as well. They should not feel so disheartened about this betrayal. Then sigh not so, but let them go, and be your blithe and bonny, converting all your sounds of woe into hey nonny nonny. Men were deceivers ever. So you just turned your songs of sorrow into the songs of happiness. You should turn your laments into the shrieks of laughter. You should turn your sounds of regret into the sounds of opportunity. So, as the man have been, so you should also become. Next song is Blow, Blow Thou Winter Wind, that occurred in As You Like It. As You Like It, like the 12th Night, is full of many beautiful songs. And this song occurred in Act 2nd, Scene 7. This was sung by Lord Amines, who is a musician, and he sings to Duke Senior's company. So this musician is entertaining this Duke Senior. The poem is about life and foolishness. This poem was first published in 1623, and it describes a negative attribute of human beings. So there is a stark contrast of human nature with harsh winter wind. The poem is about the fake friendship that brings pain to someone. So this poem is about fake friendship, betrayal, bitter realities of human life. The musician says, Blow, blow thou winter wind, thou art not so unkind as men's ingratitude. So, in the comparison of human or man's ingratitude, ingratefulness, the harshness of winter wind is not even comparable. One can bear, one can tolerate the harshness of nature, but one cannot tolerate the ingratitude of human beings. The harshness of nature comes and goes. It is not everlasting. It does not leave an indelible imprint on the psyche. It makes you suffer, or it troubles you only for a short while. Winter comes and it goes. As P.V. Shelley said, if winter comes, can spring be far behind? So winter is always followed by spring. There is always a hope of getting springtime after the harshness of winter. But this cannot be compensated in man's ingratitude. One who has been betrayed of his trust, so he feels the pangs of this betrayal ever in his life. The pain of man's ingratitude, the pain of his deceiving someone, does not leave the person. Thy tooth is not so keen, because thou art not seen, although thy breath be rude. So the singer says that harsh wind or winter may be cruel, but it is cruel only for a time being. The pangs of winter, the sting of winter is not so keen, not so sharp, because it is not seen. We expect it because this is a cycle of nature. This is cyclic process, and then we are mentally prepared for this as well, this harshness. But we are never prepared for the ingratitude that we meet all of a sudden. We trust many people, we trust a man, and then all of a sudden, quite unexpectedly, he betrays our trust and leaves us confounded. So hi ho, sing hi ho unto the green holy. Most friendship is feigning, most loving mere folly. So here, quite universally, he says that we should sing merely, and this world is merely a foolish place. We feel that we have friendship, but all the friendship is feigning. Feigning means fake, and most loving is mere folly. So all the human relations are insignificant. They are not everlasting. So friendship is fake. Human relations are transitory. Then hi ho the holy, the life is most jolly. You should enjoy the life as it is, without trusting, without believing any person. And then he also says that he should feel pleased with the harshness of the nature. He says, freeze, freeze thou bitter sky, that dost not bitter so high, so nigh, as benefits forgot. So the harshness of sky can be tolerated, can be endured quite easily, even however hard, however freezing, however bitter the pangs of the sky can be, the vagaries of nature can be, but they are not so bitter as the benefits forgotten, the ingratitude of the men. You do your utmost to favor your people, favor your relatives, favor your friend, but all of a sudden they turn against you. They forget all the benefits they received from you. They forget to pay your gratitude. So, in the comparison of the ungrateful nature of men, the harshness of the sky is not so keen. Though thou the waters warp, the sting is not so sharp. A friend remembered not, hi ho, sing hi ho, unto the green folly. The sky can be even harsh. When it rains quite heavily, it fills all the things with water, but they also come and go. So the sky can cause a flood like situation, a deluge like situation, but it is not so harsh to the human psyche as the friend remembered not. When a friend is in need and the other friend forgets him, so this pang, this pain cannot be compensated. There can come sunshine after this flood, after the heavy rain, after the overcast, but there won't be any kind of sunshine in the trust that has been broken. The last song of this lecture is When Gripping Grief. This occurred in Romeo and Juliet in Act 4, Scene 5. The song is sung by Peter. Peter, and the scene is between Capulet's servant Peter and musicians. So this scene is a kind of comic relief. They sing on the feigned death or disguised death of Juliet. When gripping grief the heart doth wound, and doleful dumps the mind oppresses, then music with a silver sound, with speedy help doth lend redress. So he says that when gripping grief means the overwhelming grief winds the heart. When the heart is filled with overwhelming grief, overwhelming sorrow, sorrow of some great loss, sorrow of the death of some dear and near one. So when the heart is filled with intense grief, and the mind is oppressed by or haunted by the dumps, the betrayals, the sorrowful betrayals, the deceptions. When the mind is haunted or obsessed by the betrayals and the cheatings he has met, the person has met. So in that sorrowful conditions of a heart and the haunted condition of the mind, only one thing is there that can provide some kind of solace is music. Then music with her silver sound. It is just like a silver lining in the dark sky. With its sweetness, with its fragrance, very speedily it doth lend redress. Redress means some kind of consolation. So the music in both these situations can solace to certain extent. Your obsessed or haunted mind can be relieved of its puzzle, of its doleful dumps, and the heart can be cured of the overwhelming grief. So this is the quality of the music. So that is all for now. Hopefully this video has enriched your present knowledge of William Shakespeare and the songs in his plays. The explanation and the facts I have told you regarding these songs will help you prepare better way in your forthcoming examination like TGT, PGT and NTA NET. So keep watching, like this video, share it among your friends and subscribe to this channel if you are watching this video for the first time so that you keep receiving these videos at the earliest. Thank you so much.